They called him the Invincible Guardian. But this is the moment invincibility learns it can bleed. The legacy of Hyperion gave him the power to move worlds. But the legacy from his foster father taught him how to stand up when he fell. Your existence is the final legacy. Emotion is an error. Sacrifice is illogical.
Power doesn't make you good, Kalen. Your choices do.
His body may have vanished, but the symbol of hope is now etched into the history of an entire planet.
Every legend has a beginning, but this story begins with an end. Let's go back to the start.
Sharp, pained inhale.
Not the yellow light that nurtures life, but the red of decay, the oldest curse of his race.
Gravity, the first enemy he ever conquered, now becomes his most cruel challenge.
The fire of the stars within him has been extinguished. All that remains is the act. For the first time in decades, he felt the biting cold. Darkness was no longer a concept. It was a physical presence.
Sharp, pained gasp.
He was used to the world being hurt by him, but he was never prepared for the world to hurt him back.
Red, the color of the sun that is killing him. The color of hope on his cape. And now,
they called him the Invincible Guardian. But this is the moment invincibility learns it can bleed. When the power of a transcendent being fades, the survival instinct of a man rises.
Status analysis. Cellular energy, 17%. Survival probability, decreasing.
Your existence is the final legacy. Emotion is an error. Sacrifice is illogical.
Primary objective. Preserve the Hyperion genetic code. All other actions are secondary.
He rejects the echo of the stars to listen to the whisper from the earth that nurtured him. Power doesn't make you good, Kalen. Your choices do. He realizes his origin gave him life, but it was the guide who taught him how to live. He was no longer waiting for a rescue. He was creating his own life from what this dead planet gave him. The nature on this planet was as cruel as its sun. Survival wasn't just about finding food. It was about racing against time.
Heavy, gasping breaths.
A challenge the Guardian could solve in a blink of an eye was now a towering mountain before Kalen.
He didn't have the power of a god, but he had the mind of an engineer and the persistence of a farmer.
A long, sustained, guttural groan of immense effort. Every centimeter the rock moved was a victory.
That was not the roar of a god. That was the roar of a man who refused to fall.
Deep, ragged gasps of breath, a sigh of relief. He had won. Not by changing the world, the legacy of Hyperion gave him the power to move worlds. But the legacy from his foster father taught him how to stand up when he fell. The ship's core energy can generate a personal shield. Save yourselves. Save Hyperion.
He saw a third option. Not the choice of a Hyperion, but of Kalen. Illogical action. Success probability 2.7%. Your survival probability 0%.
He was carrying the technological legacy of his origin to fulfill the lesson of the guide.
There was no one here to witness, no one to save. Only an act of pure conscience. He wasn't saving the world. He was just doing the right thing, even when no one was watching. He was no longer fighting this planet. He was giving it his final gift, a chance. Brilliant. He used the technological legacy of Hyperion, not to dominate, but to heal.
He had returned peace to a strange world, with his own life.
There was no grave, no memorial, only a great deed that no one would ever know. Silence. His body may have vanished, but the symbol of hope is now etched into the history of an entire planet.